Hello and welcome back to Boring Dad Gaming, where today we're going to be playing some more Old Skies. Now there's been a bit of a twist. Our first two clients for this chapter, who were sort of trying to outcompete each other to take over their company, they aren't happy that their office manager ended up with the company, and they've basically stormed Chronozen in our present and killed Nozzo, and would have killed us if he hadn't sent us back into the past. I'm not quite sure what time we are. I think we're at the point at which we left, so I don't think we have to worry about running into ourselves, but we need to do something about...
I should look at this recording, Nozzo.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. Nozzo sent us a recording, so let's have a look at that.
Can we skip to the part where you shoot me? I really can't sit through this argument again.
Not until you put things back. Passamon Industries meant something. The world's much worse off without it.
You just made weapons.
Sorry if I'm not all melancholy for a timeline with more weapons in them.
Without me in charge, do you know who built those weapons instead? Lazarus. Their weapons cause much more death, much more destruction. So yes, the world
Lazarus
would be
is
much
who
better
Sam went
off.
on to
You
run.
think Bates Tech didn't mean anything? I poured my heart and soul into making us a brand to be reckoned with. I was proud of that. And if you weren't so damn capricious, you would have been proud of it too.
Proud of being held back at every turn?
Held back! Do you know how many of your messes I had to clean up in all 3 timelines?
That's just it. Science is about experimentation. It's supposed to be messy. I tried to explain that to you, but oh no! Everything I did had to go through a dozen focus testing groups.
You think I would leave the branding to you? How old are those shoes you're wearing? 20 years?
No older than that gun you're holding. That ancient thing probably picked up all sorts of malware. I bet it doesn't even shoot.
Enough of this. Fire up that machine and put me back in charge.
No, touch that machine and I'll fire.
And here we go.
Lost it, Nozzo. Not you too. I am going to fix this.
So 2 things.
Somehow.
Now, we know Madison's gun is in Cassie's drawer. From reading the some of the chat messages before. And I know where those shoes are. They're in the workshop. So I'm guessing we need to do something with those 2 items.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you. See you soon, Mr. Rockcamp. Oh, there you are. I thought you left.
No, I wish I could.
Huh? Oh, right. The agency docks your hours if you leave the grounds before 5 p.m.
Yes, sure. That's it.
Well, here's some good news. We secured our funding.
Wow, total shock.
I know. I thought I'd fall apart when the stream went live, but when the moment came, something just clicked. And here we are. I'm meeting Roy Rockcamp at Vantini's right now to go over the paperwork. There's gonna be a lot of changes around here.
Right. Changes.
Anyway, looks like you have run of the place. Lock up when you clock out, and don't wake Madison up unless you want your head bitten off. First thing tomorrow, I'll call the agency and talk to them about bumping you to full-time.
Full-time?
Sure, we need to scale up, quickly. And speaking of quickly, I have to jet. So much to do. Bye, Thea.
Full-time.
Right, so we'll be able to get in her office now.
Here. That can't blasting happen. I need to get home.
Right, first things first. So we've got the virus. We've got the gun.
I already have a weapon.
The pulse blast virus. Can I put that in the gun? Okay, so I can't fill this out. I need to watch the recording again. I remember it being 6 p.m. though. Is it 24-hour clock? Was it 6 p.m.? Okay, we need to look at this recording again.
Can we skip to the part where you shoot me? I
Okay, it is
really
PM.
can't sit through this argument
November
again.
10th, 2062.
Not until you put things back. Passamon Industries meant something. The world's much worse off without it.
Sorry if
Can I
I'm not.
skip
Everything I
through?
did
Okay. We can do a bit here. Frequency I'll have to come back to, but it was the 10th. The 11th. 2062 at 6 p.m. I'll leave those set up. I need to go and check the frequency. It's on the email in the workshop. Which we're going to go up to anyway. Benji should be out. Guessing it's, I don't know. I'm not quite sure what we'll do with the shoes yet. Is this still open or anything? Oh, okay. Do I need to do this? Truthfully, I don't know, but we need the chat logs. A WEG. 6. It only operates at the. So I'm going to have to remember this. 638.52. Let's go do that. 638.52. Oh, maybe. There we go. That's the one. So this viable target found. The WEG 1 deployed. Okay, so I think that's done, right? What happens if I watch the recording now?
Can we skip to the part where you shoot me? I really can't sit through this argument again. Okay, that's
okay.
new.
So we got her gun.
Always knew that piece of junk would blow up in her face. So, hop to it. Put me back in charge.
I can't do that, Mr. Passman. Like I keep telling you.
Blah, blah, blah. Rules can be broken.
Not these.
Oh, whatever. I'll just find someone else who will.
Now I'm guessing we need to put the exploding gel in his shoes. We're going to need to work out what phrases he says. I don't know if these have changed at all, but let's kind of look at what we're dealing with here. Melon, tense, jump. Cup, paper, arrow. Budo, dilly, zoiper. Let's watch the recording again and kind of just pay attention to what he says.
The part where you shoot me? I really
Maybe what they
can't
both
sit
say.
through this argument again.
Not until you put things back. Passamon Industries meant something. The world's much worse off without it.
Sorry if I'm not all
Melon.
melancholy for a timeline with more weapons in them.
Without me in charge, do you know who built those weapons instead? Lazarus. Their weapons cause much more death, much more destruction. So yes, the world would be much better off.
You think Bates Tech didn't mean anything? I poured my heart and soul into making us a brand to be reckoned with. I was proud of that. And if you weren't so damn capricious, you would have been proud of it too.
Proud of being held back at every
Capricious.
turn?
Held back? Do you know
Huh.
how many of your messes I had to clean up in all 3 timelines?
That's just it. Science is about experimentation. It's supposed to be messy. I tried to explain that to you, but oh no!
Budo.
Okay, that's new.
Always knew that piece of junk would blow up in her face.
Yeah, I think we know the
So,
phrase now.
Hop to it. Put me back in charge.
I can't do that, Mr. Passman. Like I keep telling you.
Blah, blah, blah. Rules can be broken.
Not
skip
these.
through.
Oh, whatever. I'll just find someone else who will.
But we know the phrase now. Let's program it. So we want melon, capricious, but oh no. Should we watch the video again?
Can we skip to the part where you shoot me? I really can't sit through this argument again.
Not until you put things back. Passamon Industries meant something. The world's much worse off without it.
Sorry if I'm not all melancholy for a timeline with more weapons in them.
Without me in charge, do you know who built those weapons instead? Lazarus. Their weapons cause much more death, much more destruction. So yes, the world would be much better off.
You think Bates Tech didn't mean anything? I poured my heart and soul into making us a brand to be reckoned with. I was proud of that. And if you weren't so damn capricious, you would have been proud of it too!
Proud of being held back at every turn?
Held back! Do you know how many of your messes I had to clean up in all 3 timelines?
That's just it. Science is about experimentation. It's supposed to be messy. I tried to explain that to you, but oh no!
She did it. Oh, thank God she did it. Thea, you read me?
Loud and clear, Noz. You have no idea how good it is to hear your voice. Chronosuit is engaged. Can I come home now?
Confirmed. Stand by. And time fall in 3, 2, 1.
Wow, what a mess. Are they...
They're alive, which isn't fair if you think about it. They killed me at least 30 times.
stings, doesn't it?
Like 100 wasps to the brain. I think
Yeah?
I'm going to phone the police. Then you and I are going to JV's. Unless you have somewhere else to be.
No, not this time.
Good. Then let's go. And don't let me order soda this time. Whew. I needed this.
You look like you could use a few more.
More than a few.
I get it. Too many ERP rewinds can do your head in. Take it from me. The best thing is to blotto up. Speaking of, same again, Mix.
Right away.
It's not the rewinds. Well, not just the rewinds. I should never have agreed to a Crovergence mission, let alone 2. I'm slipping. I'm normally so careful. Oh well, in for a penny.
I'm the one who pushed for it.
I know. That's why I agreed at first. I figured we needed it.
Because of Duffy.
Because of Duffy.
Misery loves company.
I'm not miserable, Fia. I'm... You know, I had a cluster once, right? Back in the early days.
I do. You've mentioned them. Sabu and Sarah, right?
That was them. You've never asked me about them. Not in 10 years. Neither did Duffy.
Well, we didn't want to pry. Personal timelines. Kind of a private thing.
You have no idea how kind you both were. It wasn't just a cluster. It was a whole family. Little Rayla. She just turned 5.
And something happened?
Yeah, something happened. You know how our PFE only protects our physical existence, but not our whole timeline?
Yeah.
Well, we didn't know it back then. They got chrono shifted away. Gone. Haven't
Damn.
seen them since.
I'm sorry. That must have been terrible.
Timelines under the bridge. Several thousand, in fact.
I heard this kind of thing happened a lot back then.
It was the Wild West in those days. Sometimes, literally, everyone jumping back in time and poking things. No regulation. Total chaos. It's why Chronozen was founded. To keep the chaos under control. But for some of us, it was too late.
Any idea where they are now, in this timeline?
No idea. I used to check their personic profiles. Never a single hit. Not once.
How long ago did this happen?
15 years? Relative time? Gosh, Rayla would be in university by now. Assuming she stopped doodling cats on her homework. Drove her teachers nuts.
Did you ever try to bring them back?
Of course I tried. But we didn't have the records we have now. I didn't know where to begin. So, I fell back on the mantra.
Focus on the job.
Words we all try to live by. Easier for you than me, maybe, but still.
Sorry, easier for me?
Yeah. You, Duffy, any Chronozen employee hired in the last 15 years. You have to go through that old thing these days. What do you call it? Suitability analysis review. Determines your ability to shrug off changes to the timeline. Your marks were quite high, if I remember.
What made me so suitable, anyway? Is it a secret?
No, but why do you want to know?
Duffy and I were talking about it last month, trying to suss out why we were picked.
Oh. Well, there's a list of rankings the size of my arm that factor in, but most important, your ability to resist distractions.
Distractions?
Yeah, changes to family, friends, close personal ties, your own timeline. We moved you away from your home country for a reason.
So you're saying we, don't care about anything?
Of course not. But you deal with timeline changes better than any agent I've known. 10 years you've worked here, and your accent hasn't even changed. You're a rock. Always have been.
Until Duffy, you mean?
Until Duffy. Yeah. And that painting didn't help either.
You, know about that?
It wasn't hard to figure out. I was monitoring your vitals when you first saw it, remember? It was all too familiar.
It doesn't matter anyway. The painting is gone. They all are. Chrono shifted. Never existed.
I'm sorry.
Imani's gone too. No archive record at all. So don't worry. Neither will be a distraction anymore.
That's not what I'm saying.
No, I understand perfectly. A few paintings hardly compare to losing your whole family. That's why you're telling me this, isn't it? To give me perspective.
This is about Duffy. It's been hard on me too. I could have used a night out like this weeks ago, but you were always,
At the gallery.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
You were grieving too.
You should have said something.
Said what? That you were grieving the wrong way?
Still, I didn't think to see if you were hurting. Made it all about myself.
Fia, you could have left me in that ERP loop forever. You didn't. You were there when it mattered. That's the thing about this job. When we are the only constants in our world, all we have is each other. So when something like Duffy happens, it creates...
Distractions.
Yeah.
Speaking of, another round?
Please.
Mix. 2 distractions, please.
Coming right up.
The next day.
That was a night. Noz, you holding up okay?
I'm trying to decide which is worse. This hangover or getting blasted in the head over 30 times.
Full of regrets, are we?
Nah, yeah, but last night wasn't one of them. Anyway, I already have a client lined up. You heading over?
On my way.
Alright, I'll keep her occupied till you get here. See you soon.
And back to the grind.
I'm actually a bit upset by the gallery and Imani going. And I think it's because I got so invested in kind of not just sorting out her problems, but saving Paula and Simon, and then her great-grandparents, making sure they got together. The whole thing almost almost the entirety of the game to this point, and then at the click of a fingers, they're all gone. And it is like dealing with death in a way, not actually for me personally, but I imagine the characters in the game. I'm trying to sort of imagine how it is for people like Fia. But you put this sort of investment of time and energy into something, and then it's gone. Yeah, it's a bit upsetting.
No.
Yeah, she's not doing.
Change. I can change. It looks like some of these news items have chrono shifted since I last looked.
Oh man. The Park Gallery unveils Mordo Roog exhibit. Park Gallery's latest exhibit, dedicated to the works of Mordo Roog, leaves much to be desired. Known for his earlier contributions as part of a groundbreaking art collective, Roog's new solo works are technically proficient and display a strong style. However, they fall short of the raw emotion and vibrancy that once defined his art with the collective. The pieces, while aesthetically pleasing, lack the depth that captivated audiences 2 decades ago. The decision to feature Roog so prominently in a prestigious gallery like the Park has raised eyebrows, with whispers of behind-the-scenes dealings casting a shadow over the exhibit. Despite these rumours, the collection is a polished but ultimately uninspired showcase of an artist struggling to recapture past brilliance. Yeah, so Paula never existed? Well, existed, but or did she ever exist? I don't know. Maybe she didn't ever exist. She certainly didn't make it to be an artist and stuff. Imani was never born, it looks like. Ugh. Casanetics continues to dominate. Casanetics, a tech industry giant with 2 decades of market dominance, has solidified its future with the recent acquisition of medical tech company Lazarus. They didn't make weapons either. The strategic move positions, maybe because... would I have changed things so that Benji and Sam end up together? I don't know that I would have. The strategic move positions Casanetics, well, they did go on that date, I guess, to expand its influence into the booming healthcare sector, ensuring its continued leadership for decades to come. The acquisition is seen as a game-changer, merging Casanetics' cutting-edge technology with Lazarus's innovative medical solutions. This acquisition marks a pivotal moment for our company, stated Casanetics CEO Cassandra Etuka. We are excited about the possibilities this brings for the future of both tech and healthcare. I mean, that's good, at least. Until it all disappears. Rosha, good news, my Bates Tech display cube is back. Bad news, it's called a Leaves cube now, and the quality is terrible. The lesson is never to buy anything that isn't chrono-locked. Less disappointment that way. I hope I never get that jaded. Give it time. Oh, Rosha was the first one. Yeah, she was the newbie. Yeah, okay. Well, let's get going.
Lights!
Let's go back to the gallery.
There's no point. And Nozzo was right. Distractions are a luxury for other people, not me.
Damn, that's sad.
And here I am. No distractions.
ID acknowledged. Welcome, Fia Quinn.
I've researched everything I need to know about this creep. I don't need a babysitter.
Well, speak of the devil.
I've been called a devil more than enough recently, thank you. Never mind. Long story.
Fia, this is Hana Tanaka.
Oh yeah, she was the one in the news report
I'm not retired
a
yet.
while ago.
Pleasure to meet you.
You look tired. You sure you're up for this?
I'm fine.
If you say so. Anyway, like I was telling your colleague here, every cop's got their white whale. The one case they could never solve. 60 years ago, my best friend Yvonne was murdered. I discovered the body myself. Nobody found the guy who did it. Nobody even tried. Until now.
So that'd have been 2002.
So you want to solve your friend's murder?
Solve it? No. That's already been done. I don't need to solve it. I want to stop it.
The murder's been solved? I thought you said there wasn't an investigation.
There wasn't. The scumbag was arrested 5 years ago. He wrote a tell-all book from prison. 50 years behind the trigger.
Oh, yeah, we saw a
Memoirs
news
of
report on
Nick
that as
Goldberg,
well.
The blasting socket confessed. Yvonne was one of his very first kills.
Nobody tried to solve it. Why?
Because something happened 5 hours after I found the body. A little something called 2 planes hitting the World Trade Center.
Ah,
The NYPD was a bit preoccupied for a while. Procedure went out the window, no evidence was logged, no leads were followed. But by the time things settled down, the trail was cold. Just one more sad story, and a day full of countless more.
well, it's clear what needs to be done. We stop this Nick Cord from killing your friend Yvonne.
Like we said back in my day. Duh.
Just one thing to be aware of, his impact ranking is medium, so your goal is to stop him, not kill him.
Yeah, I know. I don't like it, but I know.
Right, so shall we be off?
Chapter 5. Time 11. So 61 years before our present.
Wow, nice choice for a landing spot.
Thanks. I had a feeling you'd like it.
Going local now.
Not bad. But it is raining. Could you...
Sure. Let me adjust the settings.
Much better. Thanks. Go on, send her through. Welcome to 2001, Miss Tanaka. You alright?
Sure, I'm fine. I'm always fine. So we're here?
Look behind you.
Huh. Yeah, we're here. Can't dispute evidence like that. Huh.
Let's give her a moment.
I thought I'd feel something.
Something? Like what?
I don't know. Like tension in the air. This whole city, the whole world, is about to completely change. But it's just a normal day.
Tomorrow is the day that everything changes. Not today.
Yeah, one day at a time. Just like police work. Gotta stay dispassionate. Keep that distance. That's how you get through it.
No distractions, you mean?
Yeah, that's how it's supposed to work.
And does it?
Would I be here if it did? Anyway, I'm ready when you are.
Okay. Where are we at? Well, maybe we just talk
Let's
to
be
her.
off, shall we?
Ready when you are.
Have I got any search terms? We can look for Nicholas Cord.
No entry. Wasn't there a best-selling biography written about him?
Yes, but a lot of Nick's targets were very high profile. His archive data was probably redacted.
Oh well, worth a shot.
I'll just remove his name from the search list.
It's not so. He doesn't like it when we search people when they're right in front of us. Okay, well, let's just go down the ladder, huh?
Do you need help getting down?
I guarantee I've climbed up and down more fire escapes than you. Out of my way. Let me go first.
Hannah?
I'm alright. Just a bit of deja vu. I still remember where I found her. She was right here, against the wall. Shot once in the back, and once in the back of the head. I could smell her brains.
Ooh.
I didn't even know brains could smell. Then I threw up, right about here. So much for preserving the crime scene. Not that it mattered. 5 hours later, the whole world changed. One little homicide seemed so inconsequential in the face of all that.
That must have been terrible.
I want to say I wasn't ready, but how could anyone be ready for that? I was naive as hell. Not every case gets priority, I get that. But this one, It didn't even have a chance. Never forget, they said. Well, I didn't. And here I am.
This dumpster is very solid in both weight and smell.
I'm a time traveller. Besides, I've spent more than enough time in rubbish bins. I am unsure where to go.
Alright, okay, fine. We'll talk to her then.
Hannah,
Guess we should know where we're going.
what was the alley like when you found it?
About the same. Aside from Yvonne's body and the smell. Yvonne had her wallet. About $80 in it. A few credit cards. She was wearing a silver necklace and her wedding ring.
So Nick Cord's motive wasn't robbery.
Sure. We know that now, thanks to his confession. We didn't know it then. Not for certain.
What did Nick Cord's confession actually say?
Here, I have a copy handy. You should probably read it.
Okay, well, so let's just work down the text. Cecilia, let's talk about those early days, Mr. Cord. Who was your first kill? Nick, if you mean a kill I got paid for, that would be Yvonne Lazodi. You remember her name? I remember them all. Why did you kill her? No idea. I didn't ask. I got a list of names. She was second on the list, so I did her first. Why? Because the first wasn't where they said she'd be. Does it matter? Not at all. So, how did you do the deed? Pretty standard stuff. Followed her until there wasn't anyone around, pulled her into an alley, pop, pop, done, got paid. That sounds extremely risky. You weren't worried about getting caught? I was young and cocky, sure, but getting caught? You do know what happened the next day, right? Okay.
Nick Cord was a killer for hire. What did your friend get mixed up in?
Don't know. Doesn't matter. We stop
Kinda
Nick,
does.
Yvonne doesn't die.
So I suppose we wait here.
Huh?
It's where the murder was committed, and we know roughly when it happened. So my assumption was that we'd just wait.
Wait, huh? I suppose that's one option. But come on. I'm an old lady. You're untrained. 100 things could go wrong.
I've held my own in worse situations.
While holding that fancy weapon of yours, no doubt. Pew!
Not every time.
We only get one shot at this, so we hit him where he lives.
His archive data has been redacted. We don't know where he lived.
Please, you forget who you're talking to. Collect enough favors, and nothing stays redacted for long. He lives in a cheap room in some dinky brownstone called the Essex House. It's not far.
Okay.
You said you discovered the body. What were you doing here?
This block was part of my regular rounds. Yvonne lived in the neighborhood, too. She said it was just a coincidence, but I think she just wanted to be near me. At least, that's what I'd like to believe.
Do you have any theories about why Yvonne was killed?
So many you have no idea. There's no evidence for any of them. But the why doesn't matter anymore. I just care about if.
I know that the murder wasn't investigated, but surely you looked into it yourself.
I was a fresh-faced beat cop. You think I had the clout to go off on my own? By the time I rose through the ranks, the case was too cold, and the world had changed.
Let's get back to it, shall we?
Yeah, no sense wool gathering. This friggin' rain. They always talk about how the attack happened under a clear blue sky. They never talk about the day before.
You want us to print you out an umbrella? Or a hood?
Nah, I'm fine. Let's just keep moving. Right, this is it. Stand back. Be ready for anything.
Remember, no killing.
Jesus, I'm not some trigger-happy greenhorn. Just let me do the talking, okay?
Yeah,
Good evening, sir. Are you Nick Cord?
that's me.
Good to know.
Are you satisfied?
Bastard went down like a sack of bricks. Who knew he had such a glass jaw? Now get in here before someone sees us, and find something to restrain him with. There, all tucked in. He's not going anywhere.
Well, Noz, what's the verdict?
Checking.
Well?
It looks like there were a few ripples, but only marginal ones.
Marginal?
Meaning nothing worth mentioning has changed. Yvonne Lazzotti is still found murdered in that alley. I'm sorry to tell you this, Detective, but we might have the wrong guy.
That's impossible. I don't understand. How?
Maybe there was another killer, an accomplice.
It's possible? He always bragged about working alone, but maybe he was lying. Blast it all. There's only one way to be completely sure. We need to kill him.
No.
Come on. If we kill him and Yvonne lives, we know we've got the right guy.
And if she doesn't, we killed an innocent man.
Innocent? Please. Don't tell me history is better off with this guy breathing.
That's not up to us. We are not killing him.
Then what do you suggest?
Let me check the ripples. Maybe there's a clue there. Stand by.
Oh, what the? Hey, who the hell are you? What's going on? Help! Somebody help!
Oh, shut your mouth or I'll shut it for you.
Hannah!
Don't worry, I'm not gonna fire. Yet. Figure out if we've got the right guy, quickly, before I forget my years of training.
That's my gun. What are you doing with my gun?
I took it out of your pocket, idiot. Really? Your
Alright, let's have a look
pocket.
around.
Ever hear of
there's
a
something on
damn
the ground.
holster? Not to mention you left...
Hey,
Is this the list?
leave that alone.
Shut up. The only person you should worry about is yourself. How to sock it
Okay,
like
what's the
you
betting
can
that
live
Hannah's the
this
first name on
50
this
years?
list? Oh.
Nothing to say?
Whatever it is you want, you're not.
Nikki, thanks for taking this
getting
off my hands. Here's the Cliff Notes version of what they all do. Jasmine
Can you give
Echo.
me that?
Upper. Strong
You were
amphetamine.
gonna kill me.
Pushes alertness and memory
You've done
retention. I
it.
usually sell these to
Don't
students.
blast and tempt me.
Marigold Veil.
Still
Strong
not hearing you tell
hallucinogenic.
me
Molly with
why
a kick.
you're here.
Like, these are all for
Yvonne
drugs.
Lazzotti.
Who?
You know who she is.
I know lots of girls.
Yeah, he's a
I
drug dealer.
remember all their names.
You're going to kill her. I'm telling you not to.
You're talking pure BS. Hey, leave that alone. That's the good stuff.
You got bigger priorities now, Nikki. Focus. I know who you are. I know what you are.
I volunteer at a puppy orphanage.
You do see who's holding the gun here.
That's my gun. What are you doing with my gun?
Rust-stained water. Ugh.
I took it out of your pocket, idiot.
Hey, lady, stop going through my stuff.
Keep it up and this bullet will go through you. Really? Your pocket. Ever hear of a damn holster?
Okay, so we
Not to
got
mention you left the safety off.
Sage
This
Mist.
apparently contains a drug called... Maybe it can be...
How to sock it like you...
This
Marigold
apparently
Veil?
Maybe these can... This
Bloody
apparently
thorn?
contains a drug called couldn't hurt to take...
Whatever it is you...
This apparently may as well take these.
I want you dead in a...
This apparently contains a drug... May as well take...
If you were gonna kill me, you'd have done it.
Don't blast and tempt me.
Still not hearing you tell me why you're here.
Okay, let's talk to them.
Hannah?
Little busy right now.
Or
Yvonne,
not.
Hannah has him covered.
Who?
you know who she is.
We make her sleep?
I know lots of girls. Can't remember all their names.
You're going to kill her. I'm telling you not to.
You're talking pure BS.
I know who you are. I know what you are.
I think we should put
I
something in the
volunteer
liquor, but I
at a
don't know
puppy
what or
orphanage.
why.
You do see who's holding the gun here.
That's my gun. What are you doing with my gun?
I
The
took it out of
Marigold
your
Veil?
pocket, idiot. Really? Your
I shouldn't mix drugs with alcohol and that...
Not to mention you left the safety off. You want to blow your foot off? Or
Um,
something else? How to
am I trying to
like you
achieve?
get away with this for 50 years? Nothing to say?
Oh, Rosemary Hush.
Whatever it is you
Strength,
want,
sedation
you're
strength is
not
greatly
getting
increased
it.
with alcohol. So,
I
sorry,
want
which
you
one was that
dead
again?
better.
Rosemary
me that?
Hush.
If you were gonna kill me, you'd have
Sorry, I
done it.
missed
The
the bit
whiskey
about
bubbled a
alcohol.
bit. Hopefully it does what the instructions say it will. Meanwhile, I'd better put these other pills back where they came from.
Don't bl-
Hey, what are you doing? What's she doing?
Nothing you need to worry about.
Still not hearing you tell me why you're here.
We need to get Hannah
Yvonne
asleep.
Lazzotti.
If this won't do the job, nothing will.
Huh?
Rosemary Hush, mixed with alcohol. Should knock him out for around 12 hours.
Oh, we're gonna knock
And
Nick out.
won't
Well, that
kill him?
makes sense.
Nozo?
Checking the archive, there's never been a single case of anyone dying from mixing alcohol and Rosemary Hush. They don't exactly feel good after, but that's within acceptable limits.
What the hell are you doing? You gonna drug me?
It's the least you deserve. I'll grab his mouth. Fia, you pour.
Well, that was vile.
He's sleeping the sleep of the innocent. Speaking of innocence, what happens to Yvonne?
It's not this guy.
Noze?
The ripples are still marginal. I'm sorry.
Damn it.
You must have took credit for it.
I don't get it. He confessed. Not just about Yvonne, but over 100 others. Decades of unsolved homicide cases got closed all at once. Did he lie about all of them? Ugh. Let me think a minute.
I don't think I could wake him even.
Should we just talk to Hannah?
Hannah?
Give me a second. Let me think.
Hang on a mo.
Oh, the
I think
transcript
words on
shifting.
this page are chrono shifting. It's making my eyes water. Come on, remember your training. Cross your eyes, focus, and...
So still Nick Cord, still Celia Anderson. Let's talk about those early days, Mr. Cord. You said Yvonne Lozotti was your first paid kill. Nah, she wasn't mine. She was supposed to be, but I was busy. Oh, right. That was when you were drugged and tied up in your apartment, right? Jesus, did you research, didn't you? You reported that you were subdued by, quote, some old lady and an Australian chick. Sure, they got the drop on me. Didn't wake up till 10 a.m. Didn't even know the towers fell. I spent the whole morning trying to get free. Must have been embarrassing for a tough guy like you. Nah, taught me a valuable lesson. Don't underestimate anyone. So you didn't kill Yvonne? Nah, not me. They gave it to someone else. Who? Not going to answer that. Next question.
Hannah, take a look at this.
Of course. Nick was a hired killer. If he wasn't able to do it, just hire someone else. Hey,
Oh,
Nicky
okay,
boy.
well, that explains
Wake
it.
up. Who subs for you when you're out sick? Hey! He's not gonna wake up, is he?
Not tonight, at least. He sleeps until morning, according to his future self.
We can't wait that long. Oh, what's the goddamn point? Even if we catch this second guy, what if there's a third? This is pointless.
Miss Tanaka, if I may.
What?
We're going to find out
There's
why
like a
she
murder
was
to be solved.
targeted.
You're forgetting something important. There's no murder yet. Yvonne isn't dead. Why don't you focus on her?
What do you mean?
Any of these, really.
We can hide her, get her out of town.
Make her leave Manhattan? That girl wouldn't even go to Brooklyn. But if we could stop it just for tonight, yeah, that'll work. Just for tonight. Tomorrow it won't matter.
Won't matter.
You do know what's gonna happen tomorrow, right? Anyway, Yvonne lives with her husband over on Jane Street. Let's go save her ass.
Shall we look her up before we go? Okay, so she died on September 11th. Still, she's a journalist. Ah, okay, so this... maybe she found something out she wasn't meant to. The Village Eye. Husband Dion? Murdered.
Yvonne wrote for the Village Eye newspaper, huh? No wonder she never told me where she worked.
You know of it?
Not really. They were this little rag of a newspaper, practically a tabloid. They went out of business 40 years ago, at least.
Their main headquarters was in Astor Place, if you think it's worth checking out.
May as well. Thanks, Nos.
Cool. Okay, couple of leads there. Let's go see Yvonne first, maybe.
You don't have to say it.
Say what?
Come in here to save one person, when thousands more are about to die. It's selfish. I get it. I've made my peace with it.
Selfish or not, we couldn't save any of those thousands, even if we wanted to.
And do you want to?
What I want doesn't matter, Hannah. I'm here for you, not for me.
Yeah, this is the place. They had me over every Friday for drinks.
They?
Yvonne and her husband, Dion. Amazing how it all comes flooding back, huh? I know it's been 6 decades, but...
It still feels like yesterday.
That's the thing, isn't it? It's not yesterday. It's today. Let's see what's what.
I'm going to look up Dion first. Whoa, okay. So Dion Lazzotti, a luminary artist, has passed away on September 5th, 2059 at the age of 82 after a lengthy battle with Skimane syndrome, another one who's suffering with that. Dion was best known for his series of paintings depicting smoke emanating from Ground Zero, as seen from landmarks throughout post-9/11 New York. This series is often cited as an enduring testament to the city's resilience. Dion often expressed a deep affection for these landmarks long before 9/11. He would visit a single location every day for weeks or months, drawing countless sketches until he was satisfied. This, critics have said, is what imbued his work with such a unique intimacy. It is often speculated that the loss of his wife Yvonne on that fateful September day in 2001 is what ignited his artistic odyssey. Dion's canvases, vivid with emotion, graced global galleries including the Hyde Park Art Center in Chicago and the Park Gallery in New York. May his art and spirit forever inspire. In lieu of flowers, please make a donation to the Yvonne Lazzotti Foundation.
Jesus. You think he would have set the record straight at least once before he died? Yvonne might have died on September 11th, but she didn't actually die in... Well, you know, people are gonna believe what they want to believe.
Nobody's home. You think we're too late?
You're asking if she's murdered already? I don't think so. Autopsy put the time of death at around midnight. That's 5 hours away. There's still time to prevent it.
Alright, let's try the office.
I'm curious. How many times have you been asked to save someone from the attack tomorrow?
That's classified.
So, a lot. You never said yes? Not once?
Never. If we opened up that door, Ground Zero would be flooded with time travelers.
But the day before is okay.
There's a risk, but within parameters. We've taken precautions.
Precautions like doubling my security deposit?
That was one of them.
Parked car that has committed some kind of local offence. Look, police officer? We should probably try the door first.
The door is locked, naturally.
The office must be closed for the evening.
Is that Hannah? It kind of looks like her. Does it not? That's got to be her, right? So she probably shouldn't talk to her. Okay, we're not going to know that.
Blast it. Can't seem to crack it.
Does
Noz,
know?
Yeah, Fia.
Bye for now, Noz.
I'll be here.
Alright, well let's talk to the police officer.
Hello.
Oh, yeah, hey. This your vehicle? Sorry about riding you up. Just doing my job.
Don't worry. That car isn't mine.
Okay, good. If it were, you'd owe the city $80. What kind of moron parks in front of a fire hydrant? That's like parking rules 101 stuff.
Are you familiar with the Village Eye?
You mean the newspaper? Sure, I know it. Never read it, but I know it.
Do you know Yvonne Lazzotti?
Nah, sorry. Is she local?
No, she works for the newspaper. We're trying to find her.
Hey, I'm just a greenhorn. You want to file a missing persons report? Just walk into any station.
She's not missing. We just need to find her.
Not my beat. Sorry.
Hypothetically speaking, what if I told you a murder is going to take place later tonight?
I'd ask you who your hypothetical source was, number one.
Right. Then, never mind.
Already forgotten.
I'll leave you to it.
Sure. Have a good night.
It does look like her though, doesn't it? Anything I can do with this?
The
and this?
multi-tool can transform into...
Yeah, let's actually see
Nozzo.
what Nozzo
Yeah,
says
yeah.
then.
To Jane Street, then.
The client's waiting.
Bye for now.
I'll be here.
Alright, well that wasn't helpful. What have we got here?
Fia? Out.
The door is locked, naturally.
The office must be closed for the evening.
Blast it. Can't seem to crack it. Hannah,
Yeah?
can you tell me about Yvonne?
We roomed together in college. Hofstra. I wasn't happy there, but she was nice. We got along. Even when I dropped out the first year and enrolled in the academy, she kept in touch. Emailed me every week, making sure I was okay. Annoying as hell, but anyway.
Why did Yvonne feel the need to check in on you?
Because I was a New York cop in the 90s, that's why. And not just any cop. Back then, you could count the officers who looked like me on one hand. Yvonne worried that the pressure would get to me.
And did it?
I've made it to retirement age, so I'm gonna say no.
What about Yvonne's husband? Dion, you said.
I know what you're thinking. That's a dead end. Dion's a good dude. Or maybe he was? I have no idea if he's still alive. Anyway, I talked to him, unofficially, at Yvonne's funeral and stuff. He was clean. But it's not like I've been right about anything so far. Damn it. They always say you shouldn't work cases you're personally involved in. This is why.
Let's get back to it, shall we?
Yeah. No sense wool gathering.
Talk to the officer again?
Hello.
Yeah?
I'll leave you.
Sure.
Let's try going back to the house? Oh, I could probably pick the lock, right? Yeah, okay.
So, any moral objections to using this?
Didn't really occur to me for some reason.
Multi-tool?
Indeed it is.
Yeah, that should do the trick. My younger self in this time would arrest you for it. But now, go to town.
Alright, let's go in.
Hannah?
I'm alright. Just a bit of deja vu. I was here when I heard the news.
The news?
You know, that the towers fell. Ask anyone who was alive that day and they can tell you where they were. I was here.
I know where I was.
After I found the body. Searching for clues. If the attack happened any later, maybe I would have found some.
I was working in an office at the time, and it was they had a telly on in the corner that had sort of live news on it, and the news just went over to it, and we just all sort of sat there in dumb silence, watching everything play out. It was horrific. Oh. Right. Have a look at the hand-drawn sketches.
This one looks to be the most recent.
Arc de Triomphe. Well, no, because he says he likes American New York landmarks, doesn't he? So, is there an arch like that in New York? I don't know that.
And also, isn't this the archway leading to Rock Camp Plaza?
Technically, you are right. It was renamed about 20 years ago. In your card win, it's called Washington Square Park.
Right. Hannah, Dion's obituary says he would often spend weeks or months at a time visiting and sketching the same landmark.
I didn't know him all that well, but it sounds like him.
And those sketches on the Lazotti's table, they were of the Washington Square Park Arch, correct?
That's what they look like. So you think he's at Washington Square?
Seems likely.
Couldn't hurt to check.
Let's have a look around here further. There might be something else to note.
I believe
Painting?
that's the Gothic Bridge in Central Park. I remember hearing it collapsed in the mid-2050s. They rebuilt it from graphene nanotube composite. People complained it wasn't the same, but I couldn't tell the difference.
Hey Yvonne, it's Em. Haven't heard from you, but I assume we're still having drinks tonight? Windows on the World, 8 p.m. I'll be there with bells on.
Huh. Yvonne was at Windows on the World the night before she
Like
was
a bar or something, top
As
of the
last meals
towers?
go, she could have done worse.
You didn't know about this already?
No. Should I have?
You said you came here looking for clues after the murder. You didn't play these messages then?
Honestly, I don't remember. It's not like it would have mattered. Windows on the World was on the top floor of the North Tower.
Fair point.
Okay, I guess we're going there.
Leave Winera alone. This is not a joke. Leave Winera alone.
Winera? Where the hell is Winera?
That's a one, I take it.
I forgot she kept this. Jesus, look at us.
Us?
That's Yvonne and me. 18 years old, first week of college. Even then, I knew I wouldn't last the year. So much water under the bridge. Almost 3/4 of a century's worth.
A rather nice rendering of a lighthouse. The one on Roosevelt Island, I believe. Painted several decades before they added the digital clock interface. A painting of a cube. I think it's the one in Astor Place. Strange seeing it without the glowing LED lights. This must be before they were added. A painting of the Statue of Liberty. Looks the same as she does in my Wen. A painting of the Brooklyn Bridge. Was this painted before or after they added those nets to prevent people from throwing things off it? Anything that's on television right now, I can watch on demand at home.
Okay, we're about to head out then and try and track down Dion. I'm just going to look at this bin
There's a
first.
crumpled up piece of paper in the trash bin.
Let's look at this. See if this is anything important. Remember these Ds. 1, Dion's home. 2, DNT. Don't know what that is. 3, dorm. Throw it away when you memorize it. Don't get locked out of work again. Oh, okay. What's DNT? 3, dorm. DNT. Yeah, well, we can probably look at the picture again for dorm. 84. I'm gonna have to write. I'm gonna write these down because I suspect I'm gonna have to remember. So 3 is 84.
You have to keep looking at that old college picture. It's friggin' embarrassing.
What's DNT?
A rather nice rendering of a lighthouse. Painted several decades before. A painting of a strange seeing. Anything that's on.
See if there's anything. Well, we've got the note with us. When we come out of here, let's look at the door number on here. Do I know? Hannah, if you could just move. Door. How do I know what number this is? I mean, Hannah probably already said it, but I can't remember.
Hannah?
Yeah?
Let's get back.
Yeah.
What's Winera, maybe? Type of business, import-export. Known dates of operation up to September 2001. Known address, the World Trade Center, Winera. Okay, so she's probably looking into what they
Winera
do.
of USA is a business inside the North Tower of the World Trade Center.
That's why she was
If that
targeted.
message on the answer phone is anything to go by, it's probably worth looking into.
Give me the number. DNT. Is there another way to get that? What if I look up Dion again? Does it give me his door number? I suppose when I come to edit this video, I could just watch it again. I think she just says a brownstone on Jane Street, though. I don't. Anyway, we're going to leave it there for now on that note. When we come back, we'll head into our other locations. We've got the World Trade Center. We've got the Arch, where we think... was it Washington Park, where we think Dion is at the moment? We'll go and check all those out and hopefully get closer to finding out A, who the murderer is, and B, preventing it. But thanks very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed this one. If you have, if you could hit that like button, that'd be fantastic. Do leave a comment as well. Let me know what you think about the game, the characters, the story, anything you like, really, the setting. It's definitely an interesting one, and it's definitely right up there with point-and-click adventure games for me. I'm really enjoying this. I think it's great. But as I said, let me know your thoughts. And if you're watching this and still not subscribed to the channel, if you could do that as well, that'd be amazing. So thanks very much, and I hope to see you next time. Bye for now.